let's get into some good old monthly candle analysis. And, well, maybe there are lambos for everybody. Hello Adrian, and welcome back to another episode of the Dang Oracle. It is a beautiful Saturday. It's a 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8 is my time zone. Welcome everybody who is watching around the world. A lot of cool things are happening right now, and yeah, another level has been reached. And yes, like we were talking about yesterday, Captain Ethereum was leading the way, and Bitcoin basically followed, right? So it was quite interesting last night. Anyways, to follow up on my personal trade, I closed my I was thinking 350. That was a cool number for Ethereum, but yeah, Ethereum just smashed that smashed the 350 and went up even higher. So yeah, kind of closed my position a little bit too early, but well, I stick to my rules, and my rules are I don't like to have open positions during the weekend. So I am, yeah, if you're asking me, am I in a long or anything like that? No, I am not in any position right now. So just to make that immediately clear from the start, so there's no question about it. Did we take profits? Of course we did take profits. That's basically how you, I mean, that's basically you know, in this market, if everything is trending, well, if you're not making money, then something is going wrong. But a lot of interesting and cool things are happening right now, so we'll go into that monthly candle analysis in a while. But first, let me say hello first to everybody from the hardcore crew. Hi Hitcham, hi Mackenzie, hi Nikolai, hi Michael, hi Jeremy, hi Lex, hi Alvin, hi Gil, hi Gita. Hope you are doing well. I'm not going to go through some COVID numbers. We can do that tomorrow. Let's skip that phase. Let's go immediately into some technical analysis, because that's what we want to be focusing on right away, right now. So a couple of things that we were talking about yesterday, right? So the 11,550, that was basically the key area that was basically the key area that we were looking at. As you can see here, it is one that's what where we were at the key resistance. And what happened, that 1 year and a half resistance meant nothing for Bitcoin, because we are officially breaking that trend, and we actually close on the 4-hour candle. We actually closed the 4-hour candle above that 11,550. And well, what did I tell you? If that would happen, then that would be moving on towards the next level. So, and the next level is 12,000 basically, right? So that's the new target, and most likely we'll be getting there sooner than later, to be honest, because everything is pumping right now. Everything is still very, very bullish right now. So if you're thinking about shorting this, that would most likely not be a good idea. Because, well, even if we are looking right now on the 4-hour chart, and we are we seeing some divergences? Are we seeing some bearish divergences or something like that? Absolutely not. We're right now we're not even seeing any bearish divergence or anything like that for now. So yeah, the continuation is our trend. So I'm expecting continuation, and most likely by the next couple of days we will be reaching this green box here, maybe later tomorrow, maybe later tonight. But yeah, this is for me continuation of the trend right now. So 12k is most likely what we'll be seeing by next week, and that is going to be a phenomenal weekly close of our Bitcoin as well, right? So for the Gap boys, yes, Gap boys finally on the CME chart. Yes, finally Gap boys can rejoice after since what was this, 2019, August 2019, and we are 1 year later. The gap got filled, boys. The gap got filled. Let's clap. So for all the people who are fans of filling the gap gets always filled. Well, there you got it. You have that gap at 11,800-ish area filled on the CME chart, and so we can finally we can remove the gap. Anyways, a lot of people are talking, of course, about this gap towards the downside, right? So everybody was saying, well, we're gonna make that retracement towards the downside. Well, I was already telling you guys, like, in my opinion, that is not going to be happening, because the gap is only going to be filled if and that's only if we are going to be breaking the 10.5k on this basically this green box here on the down area. And if we would be breaking that green box, we would be breaking the trend. So that would be definitely not be good to be filling that gap. So when people were saying like, oh, we're gonna go down first to 9.6 9.7 first and then go towards the top, that was not really a very probable scenario for in my case at least. So where are we looking at for now? So yeah, like I said, continuation as the trend right now. Something that you really can see right now on the weekly chart is basically the following, and I think that is very, very interesting as well. So if we are looking on the weekly chart, finally, as you can see here, we are finally reaching levels basically above 65. Let's put a horizontal line around there, because that's quite important to be seen. So as you can see here, when the RSI is above 65, well, you can also you can see it pretty clearly on the chart as well. Whenever we are basically in that trend, we are, you know, moving up towards higher levels, right? So things look pretty good right now for Bitcoin, and we are very close to making a real bull run. So is this so a lot of people are also asking, well, is this the end, or is this how much higher can we go? Well, there's one thing that you have to understand, right? So let's go back into the weekly chart here. Okay, this is basically what you have to understand, right? So if we are looking at the date range here, from, let's say, from this this point to this point, you can clearly see that's around 49 days, something like that. Basically a month and a half or something like that, something like that. That was accumulation, right? This was accumulation, or else if it was distribution, price would go down, right? So this was accumulation, and then we got basically this move towards the upside here. And now this point here, we were thinking like, well, is this distribution or is this accumulation? There was a lot of hesitation in between, but eventually it got resolved, right? It got resolved, and we can see here, if we are looking at this resolution here, this is around give or take also a month and a month and a half or something like that. So if we are looking at the past, after an accumulation of around a month and a half, we get a nice break up, and then we get continuation of the trend towards the upside. And basically, I think that's where we are at right now as well. So we have accumulation, and we have a nice green candle towards the upside, as you can see, and then most likely we will have some continuation towards the upside. So I don't, if you're asking me, do I think that's the end? No, I do believe that most the chances are very high right now that we will most likely will be seeing something like 14,000 in the next coming months or something like that. Maybe not immediately, but in the next couple of months. I think 14,000 is very probable at this point in time, right? Because like I said, it was very important that we are closing above the 11,535 or something like that. So yeah, everything looks really good for the next coming month, if we keep holding the trend, and if we keep holding the green boxes, right? That's basically what we have to be seeing right now. Potential bearish divergence in the 4-hour? No, there's right now there's absolutely nothing. Right now there's absolutely nothing on in terms of like divergences or anything like that. So for me, this is most likely going to be holding over the next well, it's a weekend as well. So since that we are here, I don't think that we'll be breaking any structures towards the downside. I also don't think that we'll be breaking any structures towards the upside as well. So I do believe that most likely we will see some continuation of this trend. Other than that, on the CME chart, we can also see where that we closed today. Maybe let's show it on this chart. So we closed at 11,610. So yeah, pretty that's a pretty good weekly close as well, right? If we are looking at on the weekly chart, as you can see here, poof. Yeah, this is how the weekly chart now looks. And as you can see, this was the area that we were looking at to be breaking. As you can see, if we putting on a horizontal line, poof, that's a little bit a small line that you cannot see, so maybe I should make it a little bit thicker, and maybe we should make it red. You can see it clearer. So yeah, basically this was the 11,000 the 10,500 line for the weekly. Sorry, that was for the weekly, and yeah, we smashed above it, so things look really good, basically. Yeah. So nothing else that I should be telling or saying. This looks like continuation of the trend. I don't think that there's what is going to be happening during the weekend is most likely the same as the previous weekends. Most likely we will see something ranging in between these two, in this new range that we are forming right now. So can we wick back down towards 11.5? Sure, we can, but it's more and more unlikely, to be honest, if you're asking me, because that 11,500 area was basically our all-time distribution zone, right? So can we wick back down there and then make that our new support? Yeah, sure, that's possible, but yeah, I don't think that will be going that low, to be honest, anymore. So I think that we will most likely be ranging around this range where we are currently at like 11.6 area and 11.8 area towards the upside for this weekend. So around this box here, but eventually. Pretty confident to say that we'll most likely be heading towards the 12,000, the 12,100, or the R2 level, or this green box here towards the upside over the next couple of days or something like that. Now, does that mean that we're never going to have a retracement, or is that never going to happen, or something like that? Yeah, of course we're going to have that retracement as well. As you can see here, like I said, the RSI is super high, is still super high right now. I was actually very surprised that we broke that resistance towards the upside. But yeah, like I said, crazier things have happened before, and with Ethereum, just smashing through everything, it just led Bitcoin as well towards the upside. So that's basically where I do think that we'll have a small pullback. So around the 12,100 area, 12,000 area, that's most likely where we'll have a small pullback towards the downside. Now, is the pullback going to be substantial? To be honest, I highly doubt it. Like, where would we be pulling back? Maybe like I would say I'm very, very hesitant to be thinking that we'll be pulling all the way back to 10.5k. I think maybe that train has sailed already. So maybe back down to like 10.8 maybe. But first it has to break some green boxes towards the downside, right? So first it has to be breaking the 10 simple moving average, and as you can see right now on the 4 hour, it's still at 11,328. So that's a very high number. So to be all the way breaking back down, and as you can see, the EMA 21, a yellow line, is at 11,200 right now. So a small pullback towards 11,200, yes, and if not, even if a bigger pullback, we can check the EMA 55 which is currently at the 10,633 right now. So that'd be crazy, right? So for now, everything looks really good for Bitcoin. Very, very little to be saying. That monthly close was amazing, right? So let's go back to the monthly close chart. Let's go on the monthly. Yep, here's the monthly. Here's the monthly. This is basically here at there was that's the red line that we wanted to be closing above, and as you can see clearly, yeah, strongly above everything. So yeah, this is basically continuation of yeah, there will always be pullbacks, small pullbacks, constant. Even in a bull market, we see pullbacks of like 30%, 40%. It is what Bitcoin does, and it will not change, right? Like For the people, I mean, if we are going straight all the way to 15K without any pullbacks, then you know, there will be too many people longing, and then there would be not enough liquidity for people to be gaining from the market, right? So there's no liquidity pushes towards the upside. So going all the way towards the 15K without any pullbacks is kind of, you know, impossible. So there will always be pullbacks, but small pullbacks in a bull run, right? So it's just kind of waiting for, you know, figuring out what the key resistance areas is when we get there. So for me, since we've broken the 11.5 area, then most likely 12K, 12.1K, somewhere around there. This green box here on the top side is most likely where we will be, at least make a small pullback towards the downside. We can't keep the RSI on the top like this forever. You know, it's just not well. Is the pullback going to be a big one? I don't think it's going to be a big one, but from 12K back to maybe like 11,200 or something like that, like a small $800 or $1,000 push back towards the downside is it's very, very, very probable, to be honest. Are we official in a bull run? For me, well, well, technically, like for what people will say is, well, you can look at it like this way, right? So. So what people are looking at is basically this this breakout of the pennant. So are we officially in a bull run? I think we have at least, you know, a few $1,000s towards the upside, at least at minimum. So do you call that a bull run? Yeah, some people would call that a bull run. Some people are saying like, yeah, it's only a bull run when we break the previous all-time high. You know, that's something you could look at. And also other people are saying like, look at this. This is the previous high, right, at around 14,000. If we are breaking that, then we are really gonna go into a bull run. Like kind of depends on how you're looking at things. I guess for me, I don't really care about all these technicalities, all these terms, all these amounts, to be honest, as well. What I'm looking forward for is to be trading, right? To be making the money, or to be trying to get positions so I can make money towards the upside. But whenever we are in an uptrend, it is way easier to be trading than when we are, you know, getting chopped and getting killed over everywhere every time we are buying, right? So yeah, we should be continuation. Continuation is the key here. So for everybody is going to be looking like a genius, buying the dip and making money, but like with everything, that is going to be ending as well at one point, right? So, you know, that's the reason why we have cycles in the price, right? So remember when we went to 20,000, we also went back to 3,000. So I mean, for people who've been through that, and yeah, I'm one of those kind of people, right? I've been in crypto space for long enough now to be understanding that kind of mentality. Sure, right now things are looking really good. Right now this thinking is amazing, but yeah, I just take it level by level, and I make sure that I take profits. That's what I care about. Other than that, if the price goes to, like I said, if the price goes to 15,000, 20,000, great, I'll take my profits along the way. If the price goes back to 5,000, great, I'll take my profits along the way with shorting. So it kind of depends on how you're looking at things, right? So, but obviously for the industry, for the market, for the technology, it's better that the price goes up than rather than down, right? So, but anyways, yeah, this looks like continuation to me. So most likely ranging not too strong towards the upside, not so strong towards the downside. I don't think so, because it's the weekend and there's usually less volume during the weekend. But I do believe that we have first continuation first before anything else, to be honest. I don't think we will have our pullback immediately already. So yeah, just waiting it out, and most likely, like I said, 12k, 12.1k. Most likely that will be the area where we have where we'll have some small pullbacks here. That's exactly what I'm saying, Gil. And a lot of people, but it's a problem. The problem is a lot of people don't have that experience, right? So a lot of people haven't been through the bull market. A lot of people haven't been going through the bear market. So everybody, like I said, during a bull market, and definitely during a real long bull market, like in 2017, everybody looks like a genius because you're just making money by just investing. Like, you don't even have to be smart. You buy and you wait and you make money. Even if you bought at the wrong time, price is gonna go up eventually anyways. So then you make money. You know, you just have to be patient, basically. But at one point, yeah, cycles. There's gonna be pullbacks. There's gonna be reversals. Some shit is going to be happening. Something is going to be changing, and then the greed. You have to understand. There's a cycle of greed and there's a cycle of fear, and we're right now in the cycle of greed. So it's positive, it's good, but don't. Like I said, always make sure that you just keep your feet on the ground. And like I said, it's just a game of zones for me. I'll just be trading my zones, and I'll just be making my profits along the way. If it goes up, I'll take my money taking up. If it goes down, I'll be taking my money to go down. And you know, it has always been like that, and that's a problem why Moon Boys are going to be very happy until at one point that it's going to be crashing, and then Doom Boys are going to be happy until now, because now the price is going to be going up. So it's just a game of like haters versus haters. You know, all the Moon Boys are now, you know, saying F you against the Doom Boys, and all the Doom Boys are saying a few well, the past year and a half, the Doom Boys were saying F you against the Moon Boys. So you don't want to be one of them. You know, you don't want to be a Moon Boy, you don't want to be a Doom Boy. You just want to be a trader and just make the money. That's basically what I am and what I'm doing, right? So during the whole to give you a small explanation, so during the whole bear market, there were so many people who were, you know, basically not making money, not surviving, not businesses are going broke, and this and that, right? So you don't want to be that kind of person, right? So you just want to be making sure that you have enough protection during the bear markets, and making enough during the bull market, of course, right? So just always keep your cool. Don't get too FOMO, and don't get too crazy about things as well. Like I said, even right now, I closed my long too early, but I'm fine with it, right? So I don't feel like, okay, I missed out or anything like that, and I'm sure that a lot of people would be like that. And I stick to my principles. Like, I don't trade or don't take positions during my weekend, and it happens to be this weekend that we break the 11,550, which is an area that I would have, you know, taken my trade. I would have made my taking along on this area, because most likely we will have continuation towards the upside, but I don't. And that's just, you know, I just follow my strict rules and my strict plans, and it has always been like that. And that's what has always been keeping me safe during the good times and also during the bad times. But obviously it's not, like I said, my trading style is not going to be maximizing the profits. Like, there will be other traders that will have way more profits, way more higher P&L than me, but I'm a solid trader, as in, like, my P&L is going to be solid along the years. not like, you know, for 1 month it's going to be like spiking up, and one month I'm broke or something like that. The month after I'm broke or anything like that. I'm pretty confident that's not what's going to happening to me if I stick to my plan, my strategy, and my system. So yeah, so during the weekend, this is just an analysis and making a plan. And tomorrow we will analyze things and then create a master plan for a Monday. But for now, like I said, monthly close looks extremely good. Continuation of the trend is very, very likely. And over the next couple of months, or even a month or something like that, we are August, right? So yeah, month or something like that. I do believe that the probabilities are very high that Bitcoin is going to go to near 14,000. That would be the next target that I'm aiming at around here. But like I said, doesn't mean that we won't have any consolidations and sideways movement or pullbacks along the way. But anyways, what I wanted to show you guys as well is the following, right? So if you are looking at this previous pattern, like I said before, this was a accumulation, as you can see, very similar, well, very similar as this pattern as well, accumulation. And then we have a nice push up towards the upside. And then very similar here, we have a nice push up towards the upside. And for the people who are saying like, well, there is no pullbacks, we're gonna go immediately to the moon, blah 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 blah. As you can see here, this is a perfect example, right? So even though we got a very nice push towards the upside here, here a nice push towards the upside, we have a pullback of, as you can see here, a nice pullback of 10%, and then here a nice pushback of another 10%, and boom boom. And this one is a little bit smaller, I think, yeah, 6%, and then we have a major crash towards the downside. But anyways, this looks very similar as what we did in 2019. So a nice accumulation phase, and then a nice push towards the upside, a nice push towards the upside, and then we most likely will get 10% pullbacks along the way, as you can see. And well, 10%, what is that? $1,000 because we are at $11,000. 10% is like 1,100 or something like that. So yeah, like I said, over $1,000 towards the downside. That's very, very tradable, at least for me as well. So for the people that are thinking that, oh, I can't long this anymore, you can just, you know, wait for one of those pullbacks that goes down towards that $1,000, and then it will move back up again. And that's why we are using all these elements as like the yellow line, or the EMA 21, right? If you can see on the EMA 21, as you can see here, so we got a very nice push towards the upside, and then where does it go back down? Exactly to the yellow line, as you can see here, where it goes back up. Where does it go back down? This one is more towards the 10 simple moving average before it went back up again. So we just use our tools to be taking the pullbacks and average our entry in, if we are still confident that the trend is going up. And as you can see right now, of course, the 10 simple moving averages is very far away right now. It's at 10,600, and the EMA 21 is even further away at 10,209. What does that mean? Because we are diverging, the simple moving average is diverging from the exponential moving average. It means that the strength, or the power of the push towards the upside is still ongoing. So until we first see the 10 simple moving average like flatten out a little bit, curling a little bit towards the down, like this, only then the momentum will be fading a little bit towards the downside. But until we don't see that, then then things are still gonna go up. Like I said, for now, for me, this is this looks pretty much like continuation to the upside, rather than a pullback just yet. Even on the 4-hour, we can clearly see at the 10 simple moving average, as you can see here, still very, very strong, as well as the EMA 21. So yeah, most likely continuation. Like I said, I'm looking at eventually, I'm not saying that we immediately will get there at 12,000 immediately, but you know, we're gonna be pushing and making some range, most likely some sort of range between 11,800 and 11,600, that kind of area once again. So for the people who love scalping, I mean, those are the kind of areas that you should be scalping, longing from 11.6 towards 11.8 and so on and so on. But for me, I'm not going to be doing that since it's weekend. But other than that, that's what I would be doing if I would be trading or day trading at the moment. Anyways, so let's take a look on the expected move charts, because we are at the 8 o'clock. So the first standard deviation to the top side is 11,870, right? And then the 11,470 towards the downside. So the range is around, like I said, 11.5 to 11.8 ish, something like that. As you can see, sideways is the probability right now, but yeah, that's weekend, right? So what did you expect? Did you expect something different? I don't think you would have expected anything different, right? So anything else that we can say or what can see that is of importance? Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI, as you can see here, is still above everything, and as you can see also, the key area is 11,580. So if we only if we go back down below there, we're gonna go back down the EMA on the 12 hours. So yeah, that's let's see on the daily if we can see something there on the daily. Yeah, in the bullish zone right now, very high. Even the Stokes on the daily are still curling towards the upside one more time. So yeah, this looks like continuation to me. This is the monthly. Oh yeah, the Stokes on the monthly curling towards the upside as well. RSI see very nice above and going towards the bullish area on the monthly as well. So yeah, that looks very promising in the long term on the macro scale, right? When you're trading weekly, don't think it's gonna, or monthly. That's a long period, right? So you're thinking long. The weekly confirming and starting to curl back up. Right now, RSI, the weekly inside the bullish zone right now. So yeah, looks pretty good. If we are looking on the weekly, some targets, some moon boy targets, as you can see, 12.1, then 14.5, and then 18.7. So yep, moon boy targets right there. So yeah, looks pretty promising, right? Pretty promising. Let's put this back on there. So anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to tell today. Most likely monthly close was phenomenal. Most likely a little bit ranging, but I expect continuation towards the upside, to be honest. And then tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow is going to be trying to make a master plan for the upcoming weeks, and finding out some more long-term targets or long-term areas where we can see some potential trades, or where I am looking forward for some trading at that point. But overall, most likely over the next couple of weeks, months maybe, all I will be doing is finding spots, dips, buying the dip basically on everything that we can see that is possible. At one point, oh yeah, you have to be very careful. At one point, the Bitcoin dominance is going to be spiking towards the upside. So I don't think that this altcoin rush is going to be very long lasting. At one point, everybody is going to be putting the money back into Bitcoin. So yeah, be very careful if you are holding any alts. Definitely if you are trying to trade it into BTC pairing. For now, not yet, right? Not yet. But if Bitcoin does go into that crazy bull run mode or something like that, and then I would be very careful, right? So anyways, expectation continuation, 12.1k most likely over the next couple of days, and then at that point most likely a small pullback. Then most likely a small pullback at that area. But for now, I would not go into a short. That's all I would. I would not be advising going into a short. So yeah, looks pretty good. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll chart a little bit more on the like long-term basis, like what Pledit is saying. If this is a 3-year bull pennant that BTC is breaking out or something like that. I'll show you some scenarios that I have in my mind, or what I think have high probabilities to be hitting. But that's basically just, you know, how can I say it? It's more like, you know, just looking forward and looking at probabilities. But trading wise, I'll just be trading my zones, and that's basically it. If it breaks a zone, we can go to the next zone. If it breaks towards the zone towards the downside, it goes to the next zone towards the downside. That's basically my trading style, and that is not going to be changing. Although it's more fun. Well, it's fun to be seeing some high numbers, some very low numbers for the Doom Boys, right? So. Jeremy, you should understand what decentralization means, right? That's what decentralization means. Nobody is in control of Bitcoin. That's reason. I wish I was in control of Bitcoin, Nikolai. I really wish. But other than that, for the people who are looking for a trade, like I said, try to find some short-term scalping, small dips like this, right? This was a beautiful dip towards the downside. It was 11,500, what was it? 11,570. Perfect, I think, for a scalp towards the upside, and then close your long once again, something like that. But other than that, I would definitely not try to be shorting, but maybe at around 12k, 12.1k, I might be interested in a short. But like I said, a lot of things have to be lining up before I'll be trying to short this market. To be honest, I don't think it's recommended. I don't think it's necessary to be a hero as well. So I think you should be just play the trend. So buy the dip whenever. Okay, well, let's go and see if there's bearish divergence, because Nikolai is seeing bearish divergence everywhere. Let's see if we have bearish divergence. 1 second before we go. Can I see where do you see the bearish divergence, from which point to which point, Nikolai? I don't see any bearish divergence. So from this point, the 31 of July, we went up to the 1st of August. That's regular. That's nothing. I don't see any bearish divergence. From this point and to this, well, this point is not valid because, well, it's a new candle. So this point is not valid. This point, yeah, I don't see any bearish divergence. So I don't know where you see it. I don't see where you see bearish divergence. I don't see it. It's not happening. No bearish divergence. Don't be a bear, Nikolai. Try to find some longs. All right. Hope to see you again then tomorrow, same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. We'll try to find and create some master plan for the upcoming week, and see some more macro numbers and stuff like that for tomorrow. That's basically the plan. Other than that, ranging, like I said, 12k, 12.1k is pretty likely after we have broken that amazing long resistance of 11,535. This is a new trend, and since that we have an accumulation zone of like over 30 days, 45 days. I don't think this is the end. 14,000 is most likely the next area of importance, and then if that breaks, then we can really talk about Moon Boy scenarios, right? So, but hey, hope you enjoy your weekend and your Saturday, and talk to you guys soon, right? So until tomorrow, please stay home, stay safe, and of course